And Back to Basics, and we are going to be interviewing him today for a few minutes, if that's okay with Zan. We are going to move forward, and I think he has everything all set up. So we are going to talk to Zan about what he does actually, besides all the singing stuff, and then we'll get into how he got into the singing stuff. But before we do that, Zen, I ask all my guests the same questions on my podcast. And I'm pretty sure most of you people already know what the question is going to be. The question is, what does back to basic mean to you, Zen?
I guess back to basics is like starting from the scratch things. Like anything which we are starting up, it's starting getting back to that thing and starting it from the scratch, from the basic things. Whatever we learn in our life, we start from the basic part. For example, if we talk about like guitar, learning guitar, so the basic part is doing the finger practice. Then we get into chords, then pentatonic notes, and so on and so forth. So yeah, for me, it's like back to basics. If I have to explain to someone, I can explain in this way.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Zen, for coming into my club, into my zone of back to basics. So thank you again for that. I know that you had a very tough schedule, and thank you for squeezing in also. So
Thank you so much, Girish, for inviting me.
yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. Actually, I'm very honored. So yeah. So I've heard most of your songs, and I've heard most of your songs even on Clubhouse. I've heard most of the songs on YouTube. Where do you get all this inspiration from this? Does it is there a rhythm during the day? I mean, sadness, you have a sad song, or excited, then you're an excited song. What is your method to your
Okay,
madness?
okay, yeah. So basically, if we talk about getting into that, the like traditional way of making a song. So what people do, people write some lyrics and then they try to put in some melody into that. But in my case, it's a bit opposite. I create melody first. I compose a melody first, and then according to that melody, I start writing. Whatever the vibe that I'm getting through that melody, I try to like get into that vibe and start writing on it. So
Hmm.
that's how I compose my music. Uh, yeah.
Okay, so for you, the music comes first, and then the lyrics comes later.
Yes. Yes.
Oh wow,
That particular vibe, I catch the vibe actually. The kind of melody that I'm making at that time. That melody tells me that what kind of lyrics I should write for the song.
wow, that's amazing, guys. So there's another person that I've interviewed on Back to Basics, and his answer was that he does the lyrics first and then the music. So everyone's method is seems like it's very different when it comes to music, when it comes to singing, and when it comes to their album process. Yeah. So Zan, thank you for that. So when you started this whole thing, it's not that you woke up in the morning and said, "I'm going to be a singer," right? Was
Yeah.
there a process that you went through that? Did someone train you, or
See,
are
see, see,
you
see.
so still? Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me.
Yeah. So it all started from a song. It all started from a song in back in 2004. Before 2004, I never used to listen to music that much. I was never fond of music that much. The reason behind that was I was never that much into Bollywood music from my initial days. So, and my sister used to listen to all of the English songs, that is like Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, Westlife, all these boy bands, then Shania Twain, Celine Dion, all these beautiful singers. So that time I wasn't that much into English and stuff, and I didn't used to understand all those things. What they are saying, "Arey kya bol rahe hain?" What they are basically into that, and I didn't get that vibe from that all those songs. But in 2004, I was watching Cartoon Network, and I'm a hardcore fan of Dragon Ball Z, that anime, Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
So I was watching that on Cartoon Network, and my sister just ran to me and she just snatched the remote from me, and she switched to a music channel, I guess P4U channel at that time, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So she just insisted me, "Ki Zan, just give me 5 minutes and listen to this song." And then I started listening to that song, and that song name is Adat. When the song got completed, I asked my sister, "Ki ye dobara aayega kya? Will it come back?" So she said, "Yeah, every 15 minutes it comes over there." So I said, "All right." put it over here. Then I'll watch my cartoon some other time,
Hmm.
and that changed me like anything. And then after listening to Adat, I started exploring more music by Jal. So it's originally by Jal, the band
Mm-hmm.
from Pakistan.
Mm-hmm.
So I started exploring more music by them, and then I started knowing about that band particularly, what's the story, how they started and stuff. Who's the lead guitarist, lead vocalist, who is the lead person in that band, and so on and so forth. I started exploring more music, more band music. I started listening to more bands like Strings, Fusion, Call, Entity Paradigm. All these bands are Pakistani rock bands, but if I talk about in India, I really used to like all and all the like that time that pop culture in India was very awesome that time, and I used to listen all those songs.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that influenced me a lot in music. Like I started thinking about it, and I still remember when I used to take a shower. So I used to sing in my own like you saw in my own dreamy world that I'm singing in front of thousand and thousand people.
Yes,
So that's
yes.
how it all started. It all started, and but I was very shy in singing in front of anyone. So it all ended up when I entered college, and I saw a few people. They were like on the stage and they were singing a song. They were not that good, but they had that confidence in them, and so I just had this thinking they're not that good. And I sing better than them. Then if they're singing on stage, why not me?
Mm-hmm.
So that influenced me a lot, and then got up to the stage and I started singing over there. I'm a self-taught guitarist, so I've learned on guitar on my own,
Mm-hmm.
and like I've learned music on my own, all of the things, like whether it is vocals, guitaring, composition, songwriting, whatever it is. All I can say, Allah has taught me basically. On this something a gift that I've got from Allah. So yeah, this is
So,
story, basic story. Yeah.
yeah, thank you so much, Zen. So, very, very quickly, if you don't mind, do you
Yeah.
remember the rhythm of the very first song that it inspired you? Do you have a few lines that you can sing for us?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, sure. The song is Adat, and let me take my guitar.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Can you listen to the guitar?
Yes.
Is
Yes.
cool. So, okay, this was a rhythm that I always wanted to play, and this was. And the lyrics were this. दूर जितना भी तुमसे पास तेरे हैं वो तो आदत सी है मुझको ऐसे जीने में जिंदगी से कोई शिकवा नहीं अब तो जिंदा हूँ मैं इस नीले आसमां
Yeah, that is actually Zen. That's one of my favorite songs, actually. That is why I said to play that because that's my favorite. So thank you for playing that for us, and that song kind of inspires pretty much almost all of us, right? Because even though we rarely
yeah,
write
yeah,
about it.
that became an anthem for all the Indian guitarists, basically.
Yes, 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 yes. It's great, and you played really well too. So thank you so much for that, Zen. So
Thank
then
you, thank
after
you,
that, I
thank you.
think when you went on stage the first time, were you like getting hungry for more? Because it seems like you enjoyed it more, right? Being on stage.
The see, every time I get up on stage, it's been like I've done almost more than 200 stage performances, I guess. But for the very first time I had it, like it was hell scary for me, like facing up a crowd of 100, 200 maybe, and singing in front of them. It was
Yeah.
very scary for me. Being very honest, a BB when I get up on the stage, so it's the same feeling. But yeah, I'm like more confident now for like singing in front of. I've sung almost like in front of 10,000 crowd, so it's like now I'm more comfortable. But still, I get nervous when I'm getting up to the stage. I always feel like कुछ गड़बड़ ना हो जाए, कुछ खराब ना हो जाए. So that thing is always in my mind. But now I enjoy. When things are very different in my life. When I get up on stage, I just forget everything. When I start playing up my songs over there, and I don't feel like I'm like singing in front of 100 or 1,000 people. I just feel like I'm singing for myself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So this is a thing that basically drives me, and I enjoy that particular performance wherever I am doing.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much for that. So, mostly all the singers that I have interviewed so far, I've always asked this one question to them, and the question is that do you take exercise throughout the time, or do you sleep better at night? What is your exercise? Because I got many different answers from a lot of people, and it seems like
Exercise for like vocal training.
vocal training, sleep properly, drink properly, like those type of things. So what is your exercise?
To be really honest, I don't have like a particular exercise to do for my vocals. I just try that if I'm like having something cold, like having cold drink or something, then I try to like drink as much as green tea or black coffee, something like that. And if I have to record something, like if I have to go to studio and record something, that day I don't drink any cold stuff, or I don't eat any cold stuff like ice cream or something. So this is the basic thing. And apart from all this, the basic exercise that I do every day is like I just play up my guitar and I just sing some few of the songs, and do some alaps basically on the chord progression that I'm playing, and try to find out some new melodies through it. So yeah, this is the basic exercise that I do. There's
Yeah.
no specific thing that I do some kind of different exercise like my bandmate. So he does this. So this helps really a lot, and it sounds funny, but it helps a lot for the vocalist to basically open up their vocals when they're recording. But that's his style. But I don't do any such stuff
Of
because
course.
I don't feel like I need it. But the only thing that I do every day is like I play up guitar for at least half an hour, no matter what. Without fail, I play it and I sing some kind of melody, some kind of alaps I do. Uh, that I create basically. That is nothing like that has been sung by someone else. I try to create on my own stuff. So yeah, that's how I do my exercise stuff.
Yeah, thank you so much, Zan. And then, what is your first, I would say, first hit or the first vision that people actually saw you first time? Which was that?
I There's one composition of mine. The song name is Mahia. So I wrote that song when I was in my third year. It's a funny story actually. I was sitting at CCD and I was waiting for one of my friends, and there I saw a girl at the counter, and I don't know what happened to me. I just grabbed. I was having a pen that time in my pocket, and I just grabbed the tissue paper and I wrote 4 lines over there. After that, I never saw that girl in my entire life. But yeah, that thanks to her that I made a song out of it. And yeah, and cause of that song, I got popularity in Lucknow. I did my engineering from Lucknow. So yeah, when I've been like roaming around in India for my studies and stuff. So up to class 10th, I studied in West Bengal. Then after I did my 11th, 12th.
So, do you have a sample of that song that you can play for us on that?
I can play that track for you.
Yeah.
Just wait a minute. Yeah, I can sing it live as well.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, wait, just let me play that track and then I can sing the live part
Sure,
as well.
sure. Thank you. Yeah.
So it is, the song name is Maya. It's a love song, like normal love song. Maya, पास तो मुझको पता है चलाना मैं तेरा होने लगा हूँ तेरा ये जादू चला है उसमें मैं खोने लगा हूँ मुझको पता ये चलाना मैं तेरा होने लगा हूँ तेरा ये जादू चला है उसमें मैं खोने लगा हूँ तुझको नहीं ये पता है मुझ में तू बसने लगा है मेरे हर एक पल में तो तू ही बसा है मैं जानू ना ये हुआ क्या मुझे ये कैसी ख्वाहिश है मेरे दिल में मैं जानू ना ये हुआ क्या मुझे ये कैसी ख्वाहिश है मेरे दिल में माया सुन ले जरा माहिया पास तो तो बस एक आस में मिल जाएगी मुझे जीने की एक वजह ख्वाबों में तुम रहने लगे अश्क बन के यूं बहने लगे तुम मिल जाए ये सच देखिए पानी में भी चलते दिए पास तो माया सुन ले जरा जरा माया पास तो So yeah, this is my
Wow, definitely, Zen. Amazing track, amazing track. Thank you so much for that. So,
thank you.
so we will be opening up the hand raising in a few minutes. But Zen, before I do that, What I usually do is I usually give the a quote of the day at the end of my show and the end of my interviews. So if it is okay with you, I can just do that for a few minutes, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure,
Okay, so
definitely.
the quote that we have for today, guys, at the end of the interview that I've always done, and if everyone has listened to my podcast, please go to my Instagram and type the word podcast and type the word interviews. And people like Zen and every other interviews that I'm going to be doing, there'll be a whole bunch of posters and advertisements on there. And for the whole week of next week, Back to Basics is going to have back-to-back interviews. There's one on Tuesday, there's one on Monday, there's everything like that. So Monday is all about vegan lifestyle. Tuesday is all about blockchain. Wednesday, we have something called How is Branding Important to You? That's also another one. And he's a great person, by the way. He's a fashion designer, so it'll be great. And then Thursday, obviously, we're gonna have Back to Basics back again into their regular group of whatever it is. So here's a quote of the day. What we usually do. The quote of the day today is, "If music be the food of love, play on it." And that's by William Shakespeare. So you know what? That's what we are talking about. We're talking about passion. We're talking about love. We're talking about everything else. And it's all about passion. If you love your passion, just go for it. That's what I think Zen did, actually. You know, because he went and he did it on his own, and he played guitar, and he said, just gonna do it regardless if you like it or not. But you know what? Look where he is today. I love his music. So guys, we are gonna be opening up the hand